Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. Okay, guys, it's Saturday night. I'll put the time when I go in the house. One of my YouTube subscribers suggested I turn that water off and disconnect the water hose. And as you can see, I'm trying to do it here. I might have to go get some pliers. Let me put this down and see if I can do it. Well, I couldn't do it, but the water's turned off. And I wrapped it up with this old cloth, and now I'm going to put a plastic bag over it. Maybe that'll help. Okay, so I think that'll help. Tomorrow, if it warms up, I'll come out here with the pliers. Okay, I'm ready to go to bed, and it is currently 27 degrees outside, and inside of the greenhouse, it is 45 degrees. Now, it's early the next morning. It's 19 degrees outside, and inside the greenhouse, the average temperature is 37 degrees. So, we had a good night. Hey guys, it is Sunday morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, and the temperature is 19 degrees, and we have snow. And under that snow is ice. And there's ice on the greenhouse. And one of our clips came off, but that's okay because we still have a couple layers of plastic inside. The good news is it's 36 degrees in the greenhouse. Okay guys, I'm out in the greenhouse. It is 8:22. It's 18 degrees. It's 39 is the average temperature in the greenhouse. I brought in some frost cloths and some old sheets, and just taking a look around. I see some, damage because of the cold, but not bad. Not bad at all. That lemon tree right there has suffered. I'm gonna harvest the lemons and limes off of these trees, and you can tell by the yellowing that it suffered some damage. Didn't care too much about the tomato plants. They can go. I was just concerned about the Miho Satsuma tree. I brought my pansies in from outside. We got a lot of snow on the roof, but it's not real bad. Earlier today, I came out and I'll show you what the before pictures where there was some little holes where there's a flaw in the frame with those bolts. We have high winds, and when the wind, let me take this mask off. It's not too bad in here. Ooh, that's a lot of snow. When the wind, pushes the frame back and forth, it rubs against the top of the boat. And we thought about putting them in backwards, but this part right here is like a screw, and that will put a worse hole. So I covered up some of them. I went back in, I got some tape in my pocket, packing tape. I'm gonna put that on there too, because it's getting pretty dry in here. But it's a lot of little holes. That's a flaw in the frame. And then I cover. See that screw? I don't want that part going up because that would surely make a hole. Let me go in closer so you can see that screw. But yeah, I put foam on here one year and it still got little holes in the cover. But this is a lot of snow up here. It'll be okay though, because the way the frame is like a steeple. When it melts, it'll just slide right back off on each side. Yesterday, I told you about this other greenhouse cover here. Now you can see closer up what I was talking about, how I left it on. Yeah, so I'm getting ready to cover up these pepper plants. And they're yellowing. I'll pull up whatever, or cut down real low, whatever doesn't make it, but some nice sized peppers on here. So I'll go ahead and harvest this one. I'll let that one grow. Got a lot of peppers. So I'll get to work and then I'll come back and show you what I did. I'd like to show you what I've done. I took 2 pieces of old frost cloths, and as you can see, I've had them for years, and it's dry rotting. So I made a double layer, and I clipped them with these spring clips. They are pretty strong, and I was blessed that I found some out here. And here's one of the pansy plants that I brought in. There's a portable heater, and I have bricks around it to keep it in place. And I put a lot of twine, cotton twine around here, clipped it everywhere I could, in the back as well, and on the sides. And I tied it to this fence that I put around my tomato garden bed. So I think this side is going to be okay. In fact, the temperature has rose a degree or 2. Over here, I harvested the lemons. This tree, I'm not counting it out yet, but I think it's really damaged because I noticed that the clip had fell down on this extra piece of plastic, and you can see snow came in, fell through the crack, but I pinned it back up with the clips to keep that nice and secure. And then I put frost cloths around here, clipped it to the frame. I'm letting when you do like this, then the snow slides off. But I really want to keep it on there, actually, because it's a good insulator. And then I put several rows of twine, cotton twine that I got from the dollar store, clipped it anywhere I could. So if we get a strong gush of wind, this should not fall off. Now, let's go down here. Oh, let me show you this little heater right here. So these holes that were in the frame, I'm gonna put packing tape over it to secure that. But now I know why I had so much moisture on the bricks, that I could never get them dry enough to blow them with my leaf blower. So now I'm working on my 5-year-old pepper plant. I call it a tree because it has good solid wood there and has a lot of pepper. So I'm going to wrap this. I put a double layer of the frost cloth. I'm going to put a couple of sheets on it. Then I'm going to come back. The calamari can take 25 degrees, but I'm just going to put a sheet around this whole row. And guys, you know why I have the plastic down here, because I was solarizing it for spider mites and nematodes. As soon as the weather clears up, I'm going to remove this plastic, amend the soil with that one bag of potty mix over here and the black cow manure, so I can get this bed ready to transplant some of my tomato plants. And if these peppers don't survive, I have made up my mind that I am going to dig them up. Also dig up my banana plants, put them in here, because this year I did not winterize my banana plants because I only got a small amount of bananas. And then if these die out, then that is my discernment to move those banana plants in here, and they can grow up as tall as they want to, and then I can cut them down to the size of the frame and next winter. I got to learn to work smarter and not harder. I'll be back after I put sheets on all of this. And I decided to only harvest one of the peppers. Let them give them a chance to grow. Let me tell you why. Even if they freeze, it'll be okay. I still can take them off, harvest them, chop them up, remove the seeds and that little white pith or whatever that is inside of the peppers, and freeze them, because peppers and onions are the only 2 veggies. I think peppers are fruit because they have seeds, but that's not really important. The fact is, they don't have to be blanched. They can go straight into the freezer. So if they're frozen, it's still good. I still can use them in soups, stews, and that type of thing, okay? All right, I'll be back when I wrap this up. Okay, so I put a double layer of frost cloths and double layer sheet. Use twine to wrap this up. Now, the spinach over here and a Maximilian sunflower is in this bucket here. I went and just threw a cloth over them since I had an extra sheet. And I'm lucky because my sister sent me a lot of sheets that she was getting ready to send to the Goodwill or take to the Goodwill. And I said, oh no, don't give me those sheets. I can use those in my garden. Okay, and so I draped the calamari tree. And you can see I put a few bricks in case it gets windy. And I just draped this all over here. And I put twine over here. And of course, I really secured these citrus trees. I think they're gonna do well. Okay, and then I went back and I took my packing tape and secured all of the areas that had little pinholes or small holes from the frame, so to keep the water out of here. But I feel real good. The last thing I did was I just draped the sheet right over here on these strawberry plants that I divided. Got a lot of weeds in here, but I'm not worried about it. I can take care of that in the spring. Okay, so I'm out. Bye.
The end.
Thank you for watching, everybody. Bye now.